Hey guys, I'm now going to try to explain something that I think is really important and really basic. It's a little bit hard for me to explain, but I'll try and give my best. Here on the board, as in the previous tutorials, I have drawn a graph where the blue circles are meant to be a beat. And I have subdivided this beat into a subdivision of two, into eighth notes, if we think of this as a quarter note beat. So we have and this would be the grid that we place everything on in this exercise, okay? It's an eighth note grid, and it's a subdivision. We have subdivided the beat into two. This should be easy so far, okay? So, we know that if we have a rhythmic idea, a small motif, that fits nicely into this grid in a way that it always can repeat itself without, that it can repeat nicely, it'll have a lot of clarity and no mystery, sort of, right? Let's think, if I was in a 4/4 time, 1, 2, 3, 4, like we are most of the times, and I think of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, let's say I have a motif, a step, if you want, of 4 claps. I can repeat this without the pause. Etc., etc. It'll be very clear, but not very exciting. It's actually pretty boring. Okay? Excitement starts when this motif that I'm clapping is somehow too short or too long, so that its beginning will always be in a different place with regard to the grid. Right? With regards to the grid, whatever you understand, I hope. So, since we have a grid of 2, a subdivision in 2, the smallest number that we can use to create some chaos would be 3, right? If I have a motif of, say, 3 claps, and I'm going to draw this in orange, maybe I draw the first one like a full, like this. And this should indicate that the first clap, I make it a little bit louder now. Obviously, in tap, this could be a step, somewhat more interesting, but for the sake of the exercise and of explaining, I'll just do it with claps now. So, I have this idea of 3 claps, and if I keep repeating this motif now, I can see that the beginning, the orange full circle, will always fall onto a different position in the grid. Okay, here it's in an offbeat, it's in between 2 beats, but here it's right on a beat. Offbeat, beat. And this goes on, okay, goes on forever like this. So let's see what this sounds like if we actually do it between the feet and the claps. I will be walking the blue dots, and I think of them as beat. Somebody is coming in the door. Who is it? You're that fella. You're in the middle of a recording of a video tutorial. Okay, so I'm walking the beat, okay, and now I want to clap the 3/8 notes and see what happens. It'll be like this. Okay, so you can see that every other clap will fall on a step, and every other one is right in between the steps. Etc. Okay? And actually, the feet are alternating too. I mean, sometimes I'm clapping on the right foot and sometimes on the left. It's actually quite a lot of things going on. Okay? So, if I wanted to put this into a musical frame, I don't know how to call that. I could say, okay, let's think of this as a 4/4 time. It could be anything. It could be 3, it could be 5, whatever. But we think of it as 4/4 time just because it's the most common measure that we encounter. So we would have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, etc. And then I add some bar lines to indicate where those bars start. Now this is a familiar sight to us. We have seen this in other tutorials, and I can now do it as an exercise that I already know. I go walk the beat. The 1 is always on my right foot in the front, so I go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I will be clapping the 3, the pattern of 3 against this walk with subdivisions of 2. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1. Okay? Let me do it one more time without the counting so you can hear it better. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So, what we notice is that after 3 bars, what a coincidence, it happens to have just the right length here. After 3 bars, the clap will fall on L1. It will fall on the right foot. Right? Before, this does not happen. On this one is not the accent, on this one is not either. In the beginning it is. Okay? So if I do this in a 4/4 time, it'll take 3 bars until the one gets falls together at the same place with this motif of 3. So the theoretical way to call this is 3 against 2, because we have a 3/8 notes pattern in a grid of 2. We only need 2, but we have 3. 3 against 2, or 3 in 2. Okay? This is a very fundamental rhythmic concept. The way I present it here is like the pure theory. It does not usually happen like this in any traditional music. But we will find this pattern in lots of traditional rhythms. And it's really good to be able to dance it strongly and with a good connection to the groove. And we will practice this in the next tutorial. This was the theory, and watch the next tutorial for the practice.